So, welcome back. Let us continue with the term accounting. So, can you tell me what is accounting? Accounting is very frequently used. The title of the subject we are studying is also Accounting 1. We have the branches of accounting, that is financial accounting, cost accounting, and management accounting. So ultimately, in accounting, what we are doing is we keep the books of accounts, write all the transaction as and when it has happened, and try to summarize or find out what is our position. Position, when I say, it is to identify whether I have made profits by doing that particular business, or whether I have made losses or I have incurred losses by doing that particular business. So let us see what is the definition, objectives of accounting, why it becomes important for us to maintain these books of accounts, and how helpful it is to maintain the books of accounts. So here goes the definition, the most famous popular definition, which is given by American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, who have defined accounting as this art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner, and in terms of money, transactions, and events which are, in part at least, of a financial character, and interpreting the results thereof. So the entire accounting has been summarized like this. So the first thing is, it is the art of recording, so which we have seen in the bookkeeping, that it is the art of identifying and recording the transactions in the books. So the next is you are classifying. Classifying is, we know there are three types of accounts and we put them under appropriate head. And summarizing. So when I summarize, I just put them in one. So let me say, I'll take the example of stationery. So stationery for a business is an expense. We require paper, we require pencil, pen, calculator, scale, rubber, and whatever other accessories. So every day these are used in the business. So every day we will be spending some small amount on these stationeries. And at the end of the month, if I want to know what is the total amount I've spent on stationeries, I just go to the stationery account and find out the total amount that has been spent. So that is summarizing. The very first important thing is, it is in terms of money, and I have classified it rightly under the head expenses. So when that is done, it is very easy to find out a summary form in a month how much has been spent on stationery. So that is the what is meant with summarizing. And the next important term, in terms of money, transaction, and events which are in a part at least of a financial character. As mentioned and given earlier example also, we are going to record only those transactions where money, that is actual cash, is paid or actual cash is received. Only then we can take into our books, or we can record it in our books. And interpreting the results thereof. Interpreting the results thereof is to mean whatever the financial statements or income statements will be prepared at the end of the year, and I try to understand what the statements are saying to me, whether my financial position is good, where I have more of assets, I have more of income and less of expenses and expenditure, or it is worse, where I say I have less of expense, more of liabilities, I have more of expenses than the income. That is to mean a situation of loss. Amount is spent but not received back. So then it will be a position which is first. So I'll be trying to find out the same at the end of the year from the statements. There's one more definition given by American Accounting Association, and they define accounting as the process of identifying, measuring, and communicating economic information. So basic points of identifying, measuring remains the same, and communicating economic information. Economic information is to mean whatever that affects the business. So it includes the financial information, which will be anyways a part of it. Also some qualitative aspects will be included to permit informed judgments and decisions by users of the information. So who will be the users of the information? When the balance sheet, the profit and loss account is prepared, the users will be all the groups. When I say all the groups, the company, the directors, the managers themselves will make use of it, as they want to know whether their business has made profit or loss, because they are answerable to the shareholders to whom they have to pay the dividend or a part of the profits. Other users will be the shareholders who have invested their money in the company, the customers who will be seeing what kind of business the company is making, creditors who have given money to the company, all the financial institutions, the banks who have given loans to these companies, all of them will be reading these results. So it should be such that the condition or the status of the business is informed to the users, to all the groups, whoever concerned, in such a way that they can make a decision. So this is the second definition. Both are important and has to be memorized. Let us see what are the features of accounting. So the features of accounting are identifying, measuring, recording, classifying, summarizing, analysis and interpretation, and communicating. So let us see the features one by one. So the first one, identifying, earlier also mentioned the same. It is the process of determining the business transaction in terms of money to be recorded in the books of accounts. So I hope this is clear and I would not like to repeat again. Measuring. So measuring means you are expressing value of business transaction in terms of money. As I've given you the earlier example, just a receipt of purchase order will not be we cannot be recorded. A purchase order can be that is a sale order, or a sale order also. It cannot be just recorded when a receipt is issued. There should be actual transfer of goods, only then can be recorded. So that is what is measuring means. Next is the recording. So very clearly known, recording means entering in terms of money, business transaction as and when they occur. So as and when they occur is to mean a business generally opens, say, morning 9 a.m. and the shop or the concern may be closed in the evening 7 or 8 p.m. So throughout the day, the business working hours, there are so many people coming and interacting with the business. There will be lot of transactions taking place. So at what time, what transaction has taken place will be recorded in the same format. So that is what is meant with as and when they occur, either in a single book of original entry called the journal, where you record first, and from the journal you next post it to the subsequent subsidiary books. So when there is a credit system being followed, you will have subsidiary books especially the subsidiary books are of 8, but generally what is known and followed is 4. That is the purchase book, purchases return book, sales book, and sales return book. So the transactions will be recorded in these books. The next is classifying. So whatever transaction have taken place are put in the appropriate heads. So given classifying refers to the grouping of entries of like nature into appropriate heads by posting them from the book or books of original entry to the appropriate accounts in the ledger. So grouping of the entries, as I mentioned earlier, all the transactions where maybe physical assets like land, building, plant, machinery, they all will fall under real accounts, and expense will fall in the expense accounts, the nominal accounts, and similarly anything related to a person will be in the personal accounts. So they will be put under the respective heads and posting them from the books of original entry. In the previous slide I had mentioned it is journal and subsidiary books, and there is another book which is maintained, that is ledger, in which all the accounts are prepared. So that is where these will be ultimately posted. The next feature, the step is summarizing. So as given, you can see summarization is nothing but the entire position is given in the form of statement of the profit and loss account and the balance sheet. Can you just imagine, say let us suppose you come to me and ask me whether what is the what is the expense, say maybe on advertisement, and I will give you the whole book of ledger and ask you to find out whatever information you want. Will it not be a difficult task to turn the pages and find out what amount has been spent on advertisement? So to avoid such a that is difficult task, what is done is we summarize it in the form of the profit and loss account and the balance sheet. So when I put it there, I get the information of whatever I require for the whole year in just one line. So presentation of information found in the ledger accounts is called as summarizing. I hope you are aware there is a process of totaling and then balancing these accounts to identify their accuracy, and for this purpose we prepare the trial balance. So with these we will be able to identify whether we have recorded the transactions correctly, whether they have been written according to our that is dual aspect concept, that is the debit and the credit, whether they have been given rightly, or if there is any mistakes which will be rectified. All these things will be identified in this, that is statements. The next important thing is analysis and interpretation of the given information. So what it means is rearrangement of the information found in the financial statements in a suitable manner and drawing meaningful conclusions about the profit, financial position, and the future prospects of the business. So as explained to you earlier, there is a whole group of users, from the shareholders, the directors and the managers, that is the management of the company, the customers, the creditors, the general public. All of these will be very interested in knowing what is the company doing, what kind of business they have been doing, and what is the financial position of the same. So that is what will be the stage of analysis and interpretation. The next one is communication. So communication, in the form of the statements, it is being the financial position of the concern is communicated to the decision makers, especially the management. So communication means communicating the results of interpretation of financial statements to the end users for decision making. So decision making, the directors or the managers will know what kind of business they have to do, what kind of product they have to continue, which product is making loss. The shareholders will decide whether they have to continue investing money or withdraw their money. The creditors will decide whether they can give some more loan or not. The customers will decide whether it is better to use the product of the company or not. So like this, there will be so many people making lot of decisions, and these statements will help them to make a decision regarding to the company, the investment and the money which has been used. So this is about the accounting. So let us have a quick glance of what are the objectives of accounting. So very first purpose, the objective of maintaining accounts is to keep a proper record of business transactions. And if I miss, while recording this transaction, if I miss one figure also, it will be difficult to track it back and identify what is my financial position. The next objective is ascertaining the profit or loss of the business. So everyone knows we make a business so that we earn profits and we have a better living. So definitely I will be interested to know at the end of the particular period, say maybe a month or maybe a quarter, maybe 6 months, that is half yearly or yearly, what amount has been spent, what amount has been received, and whether I have made profit or loss. So for this purpose I maintain accounts. The next is ascertaining the amounts due to business and due from the business. Amounts due to business is to mean I am trying to find out how many people have to pay me the money back. And due from the business is to mean I am trying to find out how many people I have to pay. So amount due to business is debtors and amount due from the business is creditors. I try to find out how many people I have to pay and from how many people I have to receive the money. For that purpose also we need to have accounts. The next is the financial position of the business. Ascertainment of the financial position of the business. So that is also more important. If I do not keep a proper account of my expenses and income, I will not be able to find out whether my financial position is better or worse. Better is to mean I have sufficient income and I can have a better living and I can expand my business. And if it is worse is to mean I'm only making losses, I'm not getting my money back which I have invested. So for all these purposes, to identify whether I have done good or bad, I require, that is, accounts. The next important thing is knowing the sources of revenue and items of expense. So when I record these properly, I will be able to identify what are those areas where I am spending more and what are the areas I have to improve in terms of income. And again, in terms of income, I can identify whether I'm receiving money only from business or I have any other sources of income from where the business can be made better. So for this purpose also I require to maintain the accounts. The next objective of accounting is ensuring effective control over the performance of the business. So only when I maintain proper accounts, I can ensure the business is running smoothly. I have control over money, that is on expenditures and expenses, and even the receipt of income. If you have seen, there are so many people who follow only cash policy, that is, there is no credit at all. So they are ensuring that money comes back to them the moment the sale is made. and they need not wait for their money to come back or give some excess time. So, only when such policies are being followed, only when the accounts are kept in track, I'll be able to identify what is my business position. Next is protection of the properties of the business. So, in order to protect, when I say protect, it is to protect my properties, say maybe from theft, maybe from the risk of fire and loss, maybe from the risk from the natural calamities. So if I have to protect these properties, I should know what properties I am owning. If I don't know what properties are there with me, I cannot identify what is the position and I cannot protect my own assets. And how do I to protect? I take an insurance policy, get these assets insured so that at any point of time, if there is loss, this loss can be made good. So for this purpose also, I require accounts. The next is prevention of errors and frauds. So we have seen there are a lot cases where money has been taken away from business. We call it as embezzlement of cash. So cash has been transferred for that is some other business, some other company, and there are so many scandals which we have seen. Say let us take the examples of the Punjab National Bank, where it was a fraud of almost 13,000 crores. Let us take the example of the Videocon and ICICI Bank. So such things, there are so many cases which happen when the accounts are not maintained properly. So in order to prevent such errors and frauds, it is very important we have a better, that is accounting processes. Next, satisfying the legal requirement. So other than maintaining the accounts and trying to keep a control of it, also maintaining of accounts is required as per the law. When you're starting the business, it is the mandatory as per the law that you maintain accounts, keep a track record of all your business, what you're doing. That is why accounting becomes important. The next is making financial information available to various groups of concern. So this point has been covered in communication of the, that is, statements. So it is the same, that is, we prepare the financial statements in the form of the profit and loss account and the balance sheet and provide it to the general public for their use. So these were the definition, meaning and objectives of accounting. With the next topic of accountancy, I shall continue in my next video.